Did you know that you spend half your time in your car? Well, I didn't know that either because it's actually not true. I have no idea how much time you actually spend in your car, but I do know that it's enough time that there are 3D prints for your car and you need to know about them. Forget I lied to you, it's just that simple. I checked out all of the most popular STL sites and today I'm going to show you 10 of the best prints for your car. I'm talking things for inside your car, things for washing your car, things for outside your car, and even things for doing maintenance on your car. Plus a bunch of other random stuff. Not really a bunch, there's only 10 prints in this video. This is by far my most requested video, so if you like this video, leave a comment. If you like one of these prints and you're gonna print it out, let me know in the comments. You could be featured in the next video like these cool people. And if you really like this video, you could press that little red button because these videos are a lot like all my previous videos, and guess what? My future videos are going to be a lot like this one. Are you following me there? But that's enough out of me. Let's get started with the top 10 prints for your car. All of the links to the original files and the creators are going to be in the description down below, so go check them out, give them all the love, and come back here and check out the rest of the prints. There's also plenty of chapters in this video, so skip around as much or as little as you want. But that's really all I got for the intro this time. Let's get started. The first two prints we're going to take a look at today both help you keep more beverages in your car. I'm talking about waters and sodas. What were you thinking of? The first print is the car cup holder adapter with TPU tabs. I feel like I should mention this is one of the very first prints in this channel's history that uses TPU. This is exciting, but don't worry, if TPU scares you, you really don't need those tabs in there. They just make whatever beverage you put in the cup holder fit a little bit better and a little bit more snug. All this print does is expand your cup holder so that you can fit some of those larger Owalas, Hydro Flasks, Stanleys. That's all the trendy water bottles I can think of right now. But if it's a bigger water bottle, hydro flask type of situation, you can probably fit it in here. In fact, I know you can because there are multiple sizes for this print. But the creator didn't stop there. They also added in the description that if there is not a profile that fits your cup, they'll make one for you if you just leave a comment. That is some customer service right there. I think you should boost this model just because of that alone. This also seems like a great time to mention that PLA in cars doesn't mix very well. If you're going to be printing any of these for the inside of your car, PETG is the bare minimum that I can recommend for that heat resistance. PLA will warp after just hours of being left in a car, and that is sped up if you live in a hot climate in summer, which, hey, guess what? It's summer right now. So PETG is of course going to be recommended for that heat resistance, but ABS is even better. Or whatever random mix of filament that you have that's heat resistant that you think would work good, go for it. And let me know in the comments if you find a really good heat resistant material because I need to know these things. Let's say you're not a really big water person or you just don't carry around those silly, super expensive, super big water bottles. You're more of a soda can type of guy, but your car only fits 2 soda cans and you need to carry a minimum of 3 with you at all times. What are you gonna do? You're gonna print out this next print. That's what you're gonna do, because this adds a foldable can holder for your car. If you really wanted to go above and beyond, you could print multiple of these and you could hold like 15 cans in your car. The limit is really just you and your printer and how badly you want these sodas in your car. But at that point, why are you even putting them in cup holders? Like, just keep the box somewhere. Anyways, this is a nice print because it folds out of the way when you don't need it, but when you do need it, it's right there ready for you at all times. I printed this with a ton of infill because I wanted it to be as strong as possible. We're talking 85 to 90% infill. Don't get scared though, that really doesn't increase your print time by that much because this is more of a smaller model. It's really a win-win. You get a stronger print and it doesn't add that much time to the print time. Okay, I can't keep living in lies. I have to tell you, I had to borrow a cool car to make this video because I didn't think my 2008 would look cool enough to be on camera. Whew, so glad I got that off my chest. Now let's get away from the whole drink situation and talk about one of the most infuriating things when you're working on a car. That's these little plastic tabs, or pins I guess you could call them, that are used to secure your fender liner, all sorts of different things in your engine bay, and probably in a whole bunch of different places, but those are just the only 2 that I can think of right now. These things are so brittle and they break, I'm not even kidding, half the time that you remove them. What's even more annoying about that is they can be kind of tricky to find. Luckily, 3D printers exist and you probably have one if you're watching this video, so you don't have to deal with this anymore. This pin car replacement that I'm showing you right now is a generic version. However, all you have to do is look up your model of car with pin replacements or whatever buzzword you can think of that's going to find you what you need, and there's a good chance that somebody has already made it. Or you could always just order a pack on Amazon for your specific budget car for probably like 10 bucks and get 100 of them. But that's not justifying a 3D printer. Printing these pins out is justifying a 3D printer. Or just take your car to the shop like most people do. If taking your car to the shop just isn't your thing, I'm willing to bet you do your own oil changes. I'm also willing to bet that every oil change that you do ends in a bit of a mess, because it does for me, I know that. I should have just printed out the Mobile One oil funnel with integrated air vent, obviously, because that never would have happened with this print. This print was very specifically designed for the actual Mobile One oil can so that it screws right on top of that thing just perfectly, and it has an air vent built into it, which is the best part of this whole thing, so that oil isn't going to fill up like it would in a normal funnel. That air is able to escape, which means your oil can go into the oil can pretty much as fast as it wants to. Things did get a little bit dicey with the print quality of this print, but thinking back, this is completely on me because I printed this on my A1, which, if you recall, does not have an enclosure, and I turned the fan on in this room about halfway through the print, which coincidentally is about when we started to see some issues with the print. So that's on me. Also, make sure you let the oil cool down before you use this. I think you can get why. I don't want you to melt through your 3D printed funnel and then come back in the comments and blame me for that. That one's on you, I'm gonna be honest. That's enough about mechanical maintenance. Let's talk about visual maintenance? Cosmetic maintenance? I'm talking about detailing your car. I'm not really sure what kind of maintenance you consider that, but it is maintenance. First up, we have this car wash hose guide. I don't know about you, but one of the most annoying parts about washing your car is when the hose gets stuck underneath the tire. And then you're out there looking like a cowboy trying to wrangle the hose out from under the tire, and you just look silly doing it. It doesn't feel good. You could throw your back out, possibly. It's just not a good experience. It slows down your entire car washing time. Let's just avoid it, why don't we? This is where the car wash hose guide comes in. This is such a simple two-piece print. I wish I could have thought of it. I know I say that all the time, but seriously, it's just so smart. And then a second piece that spins freely, which means your hose hits this thing, spins off of it, and guess what? Doesn't get stuck underneath your tire. I know it's such a small issue to fix, but the fact that you can fix it means that you should. Why wouldn't you? You could print out 4 of these things on one build plate super easily, and you're just good to go, as long as you don't have more than 4 tires on your car. Realistically though, you only need 2 of these. You just need 2 in the front, because how often are you using that hose to go in a full 360 around the car? I'm guessing your hose either isn't that long enough, or there's no need to do it because you can just backtrack a little bit and take the hose around the other way. Another really small problem, but a problem solved with 3D printing. Congratulations. After you wash the outside of your car, what do you typically do? You probably already know where I'm going with this one, but you take your vacuum, you go to vacuum out those little crevices inside your car, and guess what? The vacuum doesn't fit because it's not meant for that. You need the slim vacuum extender, which is on Maker World, and you can print it out right now. This is simply an attachment for your vacuum that lets you get to those hard to reach places like in between the seats, under the seats, and in any sort of crevice in your car that you can think of, and clean it out properly with a vacuum. Can we talk about this filament? This is PLA carbon fiber. You can't tell it's 3D printed. That's it. That's all I have to say. You can't tell at all that is 3D printed. This looks just so good. Is there a need for this to be a carbon fiber print? Absolutely not. I did it just for the looks of it, and it paid off, as you can tell. This next print is the seat gap organizer, which would essentially eliminate the need for that slim vacuum adapter, because if there's nothing that can get down in that crevice between your seat and the center console, there's nothing to clean. And that's all this print does. It just adds a blockade essentially in between the seat and the center console so things can't fall down there. Specifically your phone. I don't know how many times that I have sat down and my phone just goes boop right out of my pocket into that black hole to never be seen again until I get out of the car, go to the back seat, move my seat all the way forward, and then I can grab my phone and get it back. It's just annoying. Let's fix another problem with 3D printing, why don't we? Guess what? This is another TPU print. TPU no longer scares me like it used to. I'm just a changed man apparently. Specifically, the portion that goes around your seatbelt is the TPU portion, not the entire thing. Although you could print the entire thing out of TPU, but that's the only portion that the designer recommends that needs to be printed out of TPU. The rest of it can be printed out of your standard PLA. That was a test. You better be scrolling to the comments right now and saying that I shouldn't be using PLA on the inside of a car. I should be using PETG. I hope you passed. Next, we're going to talk about something that admittedly I never knew was a problem and never knew it existed because I live in a desert, and that's the car wiper anti-freeze clip. I know this sounds a little bit weird talking about winter and summer, But eventually this summer will be over and winter will be here, and apparently if you live in a really cold environment, your wipers can get stuck to your windshield? I didn't know that was possible, but apparently that's a pretty big problem. This car wiper anti-freeze clip just raises that wiper up above the glass so that it doesn't freeze to your windshield. It's that simple. You can print out just 2 of these in no time, or you can print out 4 of these in no time and a little bit longer, or you could print out 6 of these in a little bit longer time than that. But really, you don't need that many. You probably only need 2 per wiper blade to keep it up off that glass. I'm telling you, these videos teach me so much. I actually didn't know that this was a problem until I started doing research for the prints I wanted to pick for this video. What other winter things am I missing out on because it doesn't snow where I live? Let me know in the comments. There's probably a bunch of them. I was scrolling through printables and the simplicity and the cool design of this print alone got me to click on it because I couldn't really tell what it was just by looking at it, and I discovered it is actually a really cool, really practical print for your car. This is the car trunk fixing element. This one will require something that is not 3D printed, which is Velcro, which if you didn't know is super cheap for sheets of it on Amazon. I'll link it down below if you're interested. What this print does is gives you something to secure your items in your trunk, or the back of your car, or pretty much anywhere that has that carpet that Velcro will attach to. Is this going to be needed for everything that you toss back there? No. But let's say you're transporting something that's fragile or something that's moving around a lot that you just don't want to move around a lot. Print out a couple of these clips in no time, pop a little bit of Velcro on the back, put them in your trunk to secure whatever it is that you're trying to move around, and that's it. It's not going to go anywhere. Unless it's super big and super heavy, then it might just plow over these things if you take a turn too fast. But for the most part, this print is going to secure anything that you need to that carpet. Do you cry a lot in your car? You can be honest, it's alright. Or maybe you blow your nose a lot in the car, or you just need tissues pretty often and you also happen to be in your car, then you need the tissue box for your car sun visor 3D print that's on Maker World right now, and it's also in the description down below, so go check it out. This print allows you to store your tissues out of the way but still easily within reach on your sun visor. Now you don't have to keep your tissues in the center console where you have to open up the center console, dig around through all that trash to find your tissues. They're just always right there, right above you, ready to go. These are actually within sneezing distance, and what I mean by that is you could easily feel a sneeze coming on, grab a tissue from your sun visor, sneeze into the tissue instead of your elbow, and then do whatever you want with the tissue. Hopefully toss it though, that's what you should do with it. But that's how convenient this print is. It keeps those tissues just right there, right where you need them, easily accessible. It also keeps your eyes on the road because you don't have to be rummaging around looking for your tissues, you just always know where they are. The creator left multiple different print profiles depending on the clips that you need for your visor, so go out and measure your visor, come back to this profile, pick the one that'll fit your visor and print it out. This one also prints out without support somehow. And that's all the prints I have for you today. Thank you so much for sticking around if you're still around, or maybe I'm just playing in the background somewhere you can hear my voice. I'm talking directly to you now. Thanks for being here. Thanks for letting it play in the background. I don't care. I just care that you had a good time, you enjoyed the video, you liked the prints, you subscribed if you wanted to because you support me and you support the channel and you want to see some future videos like this. That is the best thing you could do. Also comment what you decided to print out, if anything, and you may be featured in the next video. Just saying, it's kind of cool. Let me know in the comments what kind of print you want to see next. I got this idea thanks to you all, so let me know. There's a good chance it'll happen. But as I always say, I can't make you like the video, I can't make you subscribe no matter how much I wish you would. I can't make you comment. All I can make you do, and hope you do, is have a great rest of your day, and tell you that I will see you later in a future video.